I'm Damien the DM from Adventures in Aurelia, a collaborative storytelling experience told through a game of Dungeons & Dragons, part of the Gonna Geek Network, just like the show you're checking out now. Shows on the network are individually owned, and opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other epically geeky shows at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
I don't know how fully briefed you are on what's happened here, but the last few days have made it clear that Eagle Rock Prison is woefully inadequate for our needs. The reason I've asked for such a large funding increase is to reinforce the facility so I can deal with these prisoners.
Right, because they're all magic.
You don't believe any of this, do you? Who put you on this assignment exactly?
People close to the president are concerned about his exposure on this. Time travelers, mind readers.
We are dealing with a threat the likes of which this country has never seen before. We need better containment. I can barely handle the one detainee I have.
Are you telling me that you're keeping a prisoner here without warrant or Miranda rights?
I'm gonna need to speak with the president directly.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna happen. I'm your new boss, and I want to see your prisoner now.
Everyone, and welcome to Smoking and Drinking in Space. This is a sci-fi podcast from a couple guys who think they know sci-fi. And this week we continue Hot Heroes Summer with the start of the second half of Season 3 that sends most of the main characters on the run from something, starring hidden agendas, megalomaniacs, and people who needed hugs as kids. It's Season 3, episodes 14 through 19 of Heroes. But first, he's the annoying junior psycho in training with mommy issues. It's Rob. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, God damn it. What are you eating now?
Well, it's silent today, but so the wife went to Popeyes.
Uh-huh.
And they have basically a strawberry biscuit.
A strawberry biscuit?
Yeah, so it's a biscuit. It's their biscuit.
With strawberries, I guess.
It has strawberry like jam interlaced in it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It is, and then it's drizzled
Does it come
with a little bit of
side of insulin.
No, it should, because it's got a little bit of icing drizzled on top.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna have to. I took one bite and I decided I'm not gonna eat it because it needs to be warmed back up.
Oh,
it's a little on the cold side, so the biscuit's not nice and soft and fluffy. It's kind of hard and fluffy. Just needs a little heat to it. So if you don't mind, while you're doing the pod crawl, I'm just going to go heat it up.
No, I do mind. You don't get to leave.
Oh, I can't?
No.
Damn. You know, if I could figure out some way to have my whole recording rig just completely mobile, I'd do that.
That would be interesting. I wonder how you would do that.
Yeah. I mean,
if you could do it like with you could probably hook up some sort of like tablet or some sort of mobile device to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on a laptop. It's all hooked up to the laptop, but then you have to have power for the, interface and all that stuff. So,
right.
Yeah. I guess I could just record using my headset.
You could.
That would sound awesome.
It would sound like shit, but yeah.
No, it would sound awesome. I have a Logitech headset, dude. Those are
great
awesome
sounding mics. Yeah,
great quality.
Yeah, you ready for a pod crawl?
Yeah, it's up there. It's
ready.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Yeah, I'm a little sorry.
Why?
I just you'll read and you'll read and you'll read and you'll read some more.
Jeez, is it that long? It's taking a while to load.
Look, last week Yeah, or not last week. Well, last time that I talked to this guy, he kind of phoned it in for a couple of the episodes. He felt really bad. Even though one of them was kind of funny, nothing happened. Let's move on. So he's overcompensating this time.
Got you. Holy hell.
Has it loaded yet?
Yeah.
It's only 40 pages.
Oh my God. I hate you so much.
It's just the first one is like really long-winded for some strange reason.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The first one and the last one.
And the last one. No, the last one, it's not that bad. It's just a lot of paragraphs. Tiny paragraphs. It'll go quick.
All right, well, let's do this.
Get going.
We can call it, I don't know, say a pod crawl? The pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Excellent! Insert it deep! Pod crawl! Kind of like a space suppository full of information.
All right, episode 14 in this wacky episode of Heroes Season 3, titled A Clear and Present Danger of Plane Crashes and Misadventures. Prepare yourself for a wild ride filled with unlikely superhero antics and dramatic twists. Tracy Strauss finds herself captured by a group of armed men, but not before she gets to witness a riveting TV interview with the new chairman of the Senate Homeland Security Committee, Nathan Petrelli. It's like she's multitasking her way through danger. Meanwhile, Hero takes it upon himself to transform his sidekick Ando into a superhero, injecting him with a GPS implant against his will. Hey, what better way to build trust than forcibly injecting someone, right? Ando, unimpressed, bails out just in time to overhear Hero's kidnapping. Poor Hero, always getting himself into trouble with his well-meaning yet misguided attempts at heroism. Meanwhile, Peter is having a tough time as a paramedic, desperately wanting to save lives but constantly being held back by his lack of super strength. Sorry, Peter, maybe a gym membership would help. Later, he receives a call from Claire warning him about Nathan's evil plans. He catches a yellow cab driven by none other than Mohinder Suresh. Talk about coincidences. Can this cab get any more superhero-filled? While Mohinder chauffeurs Peter, they discuss their extraordinary destinies, making it clear that everyone else is playing it low-key except for Nathan. They reach their destination. Mohinder lets Peter out, and bam! The hunter sneaks into the cab right behind them. No. Who knew Mohinder had such popular taxi service? After some car door ripping action and narrow escape, Noah arrives in snazzy SUV to rescue Mohinder, only to end up tasering him by mistake. No, I guess it was the hunter, wasn't it? Oops.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, and guess who's back from the dead? It's Sylar. He pays a visit to his supposed father and watchmaker, Martin Gray, only to discover a shocking truth. Martin reveals that he actually bought Sylar from his brother, who needed some quick cash. Family reunions can be so awkward, can't they? We can't forget about Matt, who has a mysterious invisible man named Usutu lurking nearby, visible only to Matt. It's like an invisible audience for their conversations. Later, Utsutsu appears to Matt with a profound message. Matt is destined to become a prophet and reveal the future. Move over, Nostradamus. As Matt examines his prophetic sketches, Claire bursts in to warn him about impending danger. But before they can even process the situation, a dart comes flying through the window, striking Matt right in the neck. And if that wasn't enough, men in black swoop in to capture Claire while Matt collapses. Talk about bad timing, guys. Finally, we arrive at a airplane hangar where Nathan surveys his captives like a villainous fashion show. Everyone is hooded and power neutralized, super fashionable. Nathan assigns Claire a ride home while the rest of them are loaded into a cargo plane. But guess what? Claire manages to pull off a daring escape and sneaks aboard the plane. Surprise! Hero, Peter, and Mohinder are all on board too. It's like high-altitude reunion. Peter, ever the power sponge, accidentally touches the plane's side and freezes it, causing chaos in the sky. The guards and even some unfortunate prisoners are swept out, but hey, at least Peter gets Tracy's power in the process. Talk about an unintended icebreaker. Ha. As the plane hurtles towards the ground, Peter finds himself hanging on for dear life, only to be saved by Mohinder. But oh no, that episode ends on a nail-biting cliffhanger as Mohinder loses his grip on Peter's hand. Will they make it out alive? Tune in next time for more gravity-defying heroics and unpredictable twists. Oh my god, that was long.
That was terrible, wasn't it?
All right, episode 15. In this action-packed episodes of Heroes Season 3, the heroes find themselves scattered after a plane crash on the run from government agents. Matt, Suresh, and Hero team up to hide together, but Hero's powers are mysteriously gone. Not so mysterious. Matt has a vision of Daphne in danger and leads the group to a trailer filled with crayons. Meanwhile, Ando tries to track down Hero and ends up teaming up with Daphne, who is searching for Matt. Claire gets captured by the military but refuses to abandon her friends. Daphne and Ando reunite and the others at the crash site, where a joyful reunion is cut short by the arrival of government troops. Bullets start flying, fulfilling Matt's drawing of Daphne getting shot. Claire sacrifices herself to cover the others' escape, while Matt takes revenge on the soldiers. A hunter threatens Claire's life, but Noah and Nathan intervene. Peter helps Tracy escape, and they plan to trap Nathan, but he sees through their plan. Peter steals Nathan's power and flies away, leaving Tracy behind. The heroes regroup and go underground to plan their revenge, vowing to do whatever it takes. Nathan confides in someone about their actions, and Angela refuses to help him. Siler kidnaps Agent Simmons and recruits Luke to help find his father. Claire receives a mysterious message from an anonymous sender named Rebel, exciting a suspenseful twist to rate our heroes in their fight against the government's control. I gotta take a drink. Hold on.
You're getting tongue twisted there.
Oh my gosh, my throat's getting dry. In episode 16, this hilarious episode of Heroes Season 3, Hero and Ando find themselves in India on a mission to stop a forced wedding. Hero gets a bit jealous when Ando becomes the hero and convinces the bride to call off the wedding, but their victory is short-lived as the groom, Deepak, kidnaps Ando and proceeds with the wedding. Don't worry though, Hero manages to save the day and rescue his friend. He also realizes that he can be a hero without special abilities, which is a relief because his time-traveling powers can get pretty confusing. Meanwhile, Nathan is trying to secure more funding, but runs into trouble when his new boss, Abby, starts snooping about. Tracy, who's been held captive, escapes and freezes a man to death, impressing Abby enough to grant Nathan the funding. But Tracy suspects Nathan had something to do with her escape, and let's just say she's not thrilled about it. Siler and Luke are on a road trip to find Siler's birth parents, but tensions rise between them. They stop at a diner for a meal, and things get messy when Nathan's men show up. Luke gets captured, but Siler comes back to the rescue, showing that he might have a softer side. The Bennett family is also dealing with their fair share of drama. Claire can't keep lying to her mom and spills the beans about Nathan's plan. Her dad, Noah, enrolls her in college against her will, but later catches her trying to save a friend from the clutches of the mysterious Rebel. What? Claire stands her ground and lets Noah know that she can't be controlled anymore. She even spills the truth to her mom, leading to Noah getting kicked out of the house. And just when things couldn't get crazier, Noah gets picked up by Matt, Peter, and Mohinder at a hotel bar. Looks like the heroes are assembling for something big. Stay tuned for more hilarity and heroics in the next episode of Heroes. Which leads us to episode 17. In this thrilling episode of Heroes Season 3, Matt, Peter, and Mohinder continue their mission to uncover the truth behind Nathan Petrelli's agency. They drug Noah Bennett and interrogate him to gain valuable information. Flashbacks reveal Noah's past interactions with Angela Petrelli, Nathan, and Denko, shedding light on the agency's origins and Noah's involvement. Meanwhile, Denko grows suspicious of Noah's absence and orders his team to find him. Peter retrieves weapons and gear while being surveilled by Nathan's agency. Back at the hotel, Noah warns his captors about the agency's pursuits, but Matt persists with the interrogation. More flashbacks expose Noah's encounter with Denko and the growing tension between them. As Denko's men close in on the hotel, Matt discovers Daphne's survival, and Suresh sacrifices himself to distract the commandos. Peter rescues Matt, but they are separated as Peter flees the scene. Nathan seeks Suresh's help to find a solution for the people with abilities, while Denko plots to take over the agency with Noah's assistance. However, Noah secretly meets with Angela, hinting at a hidden agenda. The episode ends with Matt's disturbing artistic vision of a nuclear explosion in Washington, D.C. Why is there always a nuclear explosion every season? Episode 18. In the exciting episode, Matt and Peter find themselves in a dangerous situation as they race against time to rescue Daphne. Inside the building, they reach to a control room where Peter searches for Daphne's location. However, they discover that she's been moved to a medical facility. The Rebel opens a video file revealing the captured heroes being loaded onto a plane. Peter copies the file onto a flash drive, intending to use it as leverage for Daphne's release. Their escape is interrupted when Noah activates the fire alarm, causing Matt to lose control over the guards he had telepathically controlled. Peter manages to flee the Flash with the flash drive while Matt is left behind. Later, Peter attempts to trade the video for Matt and Daphne's freedom, but falls into a trap set by Noah and Danko. Despite being warned telepathically by Noah, Peter is injured but rescued by Nathan. Meanwhile, Sylar and Luke continue their journey as Sylar searches for his father. They stop at a deserted diner where Sylar experiences flashbacks from his childhood, witnessing his father's murderous attack. Determined for revenge, Sylar demands Luke return home to his mother. As the episode concludes, Matt's painting depicting himself strapped to bombs becomes a horrifying reality when Danko drunks him, attaches a bomb to his vest, and leaves him in the heart of Washington, D.C. The hero's actions have triggered a dangerous chain of events, putting their lives and the lives of those with abilities at risk. Oh God, finally. Episode 19. In the gripping episode, several storylines unfold with intense confrontations and surprising revelations. Nathan learns of Danko's plan to frame Matt as terrorist, leading to a potential catastrophic event in Washington, D.C. What are you changing down there?
Making it a little shorter.
Nathan flies to Matt's location and urges him to use his powers to disarm the bomb. Despite Danko regaining control temporarily, Matt successfully disarms the bomb, saving countless lives. Nathan confronts Tracy, who Danko suspects may have information about Nathan's powers. Tracy denies any knowledge, and Danko remains suspicious. He later meets with Angela Petrelli, hoping to uncover Nathan's abilities. Angela counters by revealing a dark incident from Danko's past, leaving him visibly shaken. Sylar finally reaches his father, Samson Gray, who is dying from cancer. Samson reveals his own powers and shares insights into Sylar's methodology. Sylar resists his father's attempt to take his powers and chooses to leave, leaving Samson pleading for death. Sylar departs, ready to confront Danko. Claire Bennett encounters Eric Doyle, who seeks her help at the urging of Rebel. Initially refusing, Claire has a change of heart when she realizes Doyle's life is in danger. She intervenes, neutralizing the agents, and provides Doyle with a new identity. Claire questions her choices and receives a warning from Rebel that her free pass has expired. Hiro and Ando receive a message from Rebel directing them to save Matt Parkman. However, they discover that the message refers to a baby named Matt Parkman, leaving them confused and entrusted with caring for the infant. The episode ends with a surprising moment as Claire is seen floating outside her window, embraced by Nathan, while agents search her bedroom for her. The heroes' paths continue to intersect, and their struggles intensify as they face complex moral dilemmas and formidable enemies.
The end.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I told you he got a little long-winded. And that's the Cliff Notes version.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right. So, Heroes, Season 3, Episodes 14 through 19. So we are in the first half of the Fugitives section of Season 3.
Yes.
What do you think so far?
It's not terrible. It reminds me that the pacing reminds me of part of the first season, where you had a bunch of little stories happening, but they are sort of converging. And that seems to be what's the going theme is right now, is that, all these people are converging. Frankly, I would question my life choices if I kept getting brought into these weird situations.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So this isn't actually terrible. This is, so far, this half of the season, I think, has been better than the first half of the season. Now, it's not to say this half of the season is really good, but it's okay. I didn't dread watching the next episode like I did any of the episodes in the first half of this season. I think the plot line is simpler, which I think kind of has helped a lot. Yeah. They're not trying to do this weird, convoluted, save the future bullshit. They haven't brought in just a shit ton of new exotic, powers or anything. In fact, the only new power I think that I can think of that they've brought in is Aquaman Jr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically. You got Aquaman Jr. Nobody else.
Aquaman Jr. and Heat Boy. That's about it.
Oh yeah, Heat Boy. Yeah, forgot about him. Microwave dude.
Yeah. But it's not microwaves because he's melting plastic.
Right.
So it can't be microwaves.
No, but basically radiation of some sort.
Yeah.
Some sort of waves, heats. Yeah, heat. I don't know. I don't like the one thing I will say that I didn't like about this is 10 minutes into the first episode, we find out Siler's alive. Surprise.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're never going to kill Siler off.
Yeah. How did he survive the stab in the back or in the back of the head? Right. He got incapacitated at the end of the episode.
Yeah. I mean, so
and then the thing blew up.
Yeah. If you figure, okay, so he was stabbed in the back of the head. That's not going to kill him. That is going to incapacitate him.
Right.
And he was kind of stuck in the building as it burned down.
Yeah.
I mean, if at any point, if he was burned all the way down to bones and the bones kind of separated and that shard of glass came out, theoretically he could regenerate, right?
Or if the heat got high enough to melt the glass?
Yeah, or to shatter the glass somehow. Yeah. I mean, theoretically he could regenerate from that.
Yeah, they just it was just another example of hand waving though.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, Siler is alive. Everybody thought he was dead because they saw dental records. Except Claire, because she knows. Yeah. I mean, she can regenerate, so.
Yeah, she's like, he's not alive. Or not dead. He's missing.
But he's such a tangential character up until like right at episode 19. I mean, he was doing his own fucking thing this entire time. Now he's finally getting pulled back into the main story, into the A story.
Yes. Yeah, he's bringing himself back, kicking and screaming.
Yeah. And it's interesting. I actually don't mind what they're doing with Siler in this part of the season so far.
I'm okay with it. It makes sense. He had a little bit of hinting in the first half of the season, with mommy daddy issues,
right?
That it makes sense that this is kind of a natural progression of things. Yeah. Yeah. It's not terrible. His sidekick is an idiot.
Yeah, his sidekick
and annoying.
Yeah, his sidekick. If I never saw his sidekick again, it would be fine.
Well, I mean, he wasn't there at Daddy's place. He told him to go home.
Yeah, he told him to buzz off.
Yeah. So we could hope.
Yeah, what'd you think of his dad?
Oh, Lionel Luther's awesome.
Say what?
Lionel Luther. That's Lionel Luther.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Smallville.
Yeah.
SP will get it.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure.
Yeah. No, John Glover, right?
Yeah, John Glover.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. The character itself, dickhead.
Yeah, I thought he played it really well.
I would have liked to get an actual reason as to why he decided to slice his wife's forehead. Yeah,
and I'm curious about that too. So in season 1, we saw that Siler got his telekinetic abilities by bashing somebody's head in, right?
Yeah, and looking at it. Yeah.
And that was basically the first ability that he gained using his natural ability.
Right.
So in season 2, when he got the Shanti virus and lost all of his powers, and then regained it right at the very end of season 2, it should have been like when Peter lost all his powers, right? And then regained his power back. Although Peter we need to discuss Peter.
Peter lost his powers in a different way.
But I mean, it doesn't matter. You lose your powers, right? Whether it's through the Shanti virus or somebody taking them.
Well, so I was thinking the the Shantae virus was more of a suppression?
No,
of powers?
It stripped the powers.
You think that they were completely gone?
Yeah.
But then the blood gives it back.
It did for a little while.
Well, no, that was Claire's blood, so it reverted the stuff. So I'm thinking the Shantae
it was
virus.
Mohinder's blood.
No, that wasn't Mohinder's blood.
Mohinder's blood was the cure for the Shantae virus for a little while.
For a little while, and then what Siler got was a different formula of the virus where they were trying to take it away from people. So I'm thinking it wasn't necessarily taking it away as it was suppressing adrenal stuff or whatever, because then he got a vial of Claire's blood. Siler shot himself up with Claire's blood and reversed the effects of the virus. Or whatever
but
variant
even,
of that virus.
even if he, so that's how he reversed the effects of the virus. But even still, he wouldn't have retained all of the powers that he had accumulated before, right?
But we don't know what the virus actually did. It made it to where your powers didn't work originally. Because Molly couldn't do it because she was sick, and then she got better. She took Suresh's blood and.
But that was a different virus. That was a different strain of the virus.
Different strain, yeah. So he didn't have it perfected.
But we haven't seen Siler use any of his powers from before he got the virus. So let's go with the premise that the virus strips your powers.
Okay.
And then when he got his power back, he didn't have any of the previous powers, although we did see him using telekinesis at the end of season 2. So is telekinesis one of his inborn powers? Because his father had it too.
True. Well, he was using telekinesis. He was using... Oh, he didn't have the lie detector before then. Yeah. Because he never used cold again. Didn't seem to have a hearing problem.
Nope.
Maybe they just convenient. Yeah. Maybe it's just the one. Maybe it is. Maybe it was a dormant ability that he wasn't aware that he already had.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, because he had just shot himself up with Claire's blood and then started doing the telekinesis at the end of season 2. So he didn't have time to steal anybody else's ability. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Siler's like Peter in that they especially at the beginning, they were making Siler have whatever was convenient to make it seem like he was a threat.
Right. Yeah.
So
he had powers of convenience.
Yeah. And I think as of right now, that power of convenience is super healing and telekinesis. That's and occasionally the lie detector thing.
Yeah.
So that seems to be kind of
enlightening. He's used that a few times.
Yes, yeah. Lightning, but but that seems to be his main powers. They waved away the super healing, the belting or whatever it was that he stole from that one guy.
Yep.
The I see how things fit together.
But ability. that's his inborn ability.
Is that part of his inborn?
Yeah.
Because I thought, but he also stole an ability from somebody where they could understand how the world worked just by looking at something.
No, that was his ability. That was how he pulled people's powers into him, as he looked at their brain. He saw how it functioned.
Okay. Do you think Dad had the same thing? I mean, it looked almost like he had the same method.
I think
he went to go cut his head.
Yeah, I think Dad has the same. It's interesting that Dad went for his head with the knife, but then in the flashback, he actually cut his mom's head
with a finger.
With his finger.
Yeah. If that can be deemed accurate, in terms of like, that was based off of Siler remembering stuff, right?
Well, but I mean, I think they were trying to establish that's why Siler kills the way he does, or cuts the people's heads off the way he does, is because that's how he saw his mom die when he was 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so they changed Peter's power.
He's a one and done.
Yeah. So it's just a power swap type thing with Peter. Why do you think they did that?
I don't know. I'm not entirely. I am not entirely thrilled about it. I'm not saying that he should have had the empathetic capabilities that he used to have, where he could just be near him and he got it. I would have been better about, I think he should be able to touch and keep, and not touch and lose the others.
Right.
Because that's kind of, I mean, it nerfed them, but then they didn't nerf anybody else.
Right. Especially Siler.
Right. And it's not like it's not like it's helping anything. If they need Peter to get out of a situation, they just have somebody there with a specific ability to help.
Right. Yeah. It's still an ability of plot convenience.
Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna get taken. I'll touch my brother who conveniently showed up
and can fly.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So at some point, he's going to have to touch Claire and absorb her healing abilities so that he can heal himself, because he's going to be like shot or almost killed, I bet. I actually think I saw.
He's all right. He's just shot in the shoulder.
Well, I mean, later on. I think I've actually seen the last half of season 3, because some of these scenes are familiar to me, sparking memories. So I think I've actually seen the last half of season 3.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces, but I don't know of everything. I don't remember everything.
So I agree. I don't think that I'm not fond of what they did with Peter's power. I mean, I kind of understand why they did it, and it's because Peter was way too fucking OP, right? He just basically stood near somebody and absorbed their powers. Right. And so he had this humongous collection of powers that he never really used very well because he's a moron. But he still had this humongous resource of powers that he could use to pretty much get himself out of every situation. So they're trying to pare that back down so that they're not writing themselves in a corner again with this basically unstoppable character.
Right. But I mean,
because can you imagine Peter with all of the powers that he had accumulated before being in the situations that he's in? I mean, it wouldn't be a challenge to him at this point.
He couldn't die. Just push people out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he'd be a badass, and I do agree that they needed to pare him down. I don't agree with the handcuffs that they put on him. Fine, start over and only be able to do it if you actually touch somebody. That gives us some parameters, but this flip-flop type of deal, you get a power swap out, it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's you got nobody that can go up against Siler now.
You think Hero will ever get his powers back?
Not because I've already watched one episode of the next batch, but yes.
Okay, spoiler.
Yeah. I think something tells me that he will be able to stop time but not teleport.
Oh.
Something tells me that might be something that happens.
Wait, I thought the power was like space time. I mean, they are
in space. Well, he's only got time right now. He's still got to.
They're related.
He's still got to like tap into the space portion, which okay. And we will talk about this next time. But how he gets it back makes no sense.
Oh God.
Because he lost his powers because of
Arthur. Yeah. Arthur sucked them out of him.
Yeah.
So is Arthur going to puke him back into him? Is Arthur coming up from the dead? And
no, but that just doesn't. He got it sucked out of him, which leads it to believe that
we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. So, Daphne.
Daphne. Yeah, Daphne.
Yeah.
What about Daphne?
I mean, why do you think they kind of sidelined her this season?
Too many characters? Maybe. I mean,
and did you really think she was dead?
Oh no.
Because we'd seen her in the future, right?
Right.
So if she was dead, that future,
but that was a bad future. Well, no, that's still possibly the future where it gets powers get exposed. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but she got shot in the shoulder, right? I mean, they pretty much showed that.
Right.
So even though there was a bunch of gunshots that went off and she twitched like 4 or 5 times, apparently only one stuck. So I don't know, but I would think maybe it's because he wasn't, not he, or the season, the series wasn't doing as well, and so they started trying to trim fat somewhere.
Yeah, maybe
this is about the time when things started, dwindling off in terms of people watching and the ratings and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just looking at on Wikipedia, holder of all knowledge. So volume 3 villains, basically it was a downhill slump the entire time.
Yeah. It went up a little bit whenever Fugitives first started.
Right. Yeah. It jumped back up over 8 million viewers.
But then steadily declined after that.
Steadily declined, stayed above 6. But that's a huge jump considering season 1
at like 12.
10 was the lowest viewership that they had on one of their episodes.
Yeah.
Just over 10. So, and that was, it looks like the third to last episode, which was kind of shitty.
Right.
That's when they were kind of trying to set stuff up. And then I'm looking at this and I like this jump. So season 1 of, or episode 1 of season 2 is over 16 million. And then it takes a nosedive.
Yeah. Everybody was like, what the fuck?
What the hell is this shit? And then it goes down and it never hit 12 again, which, yeah. So I'm thinking they saw that the writing was on the wall and they were trying to do whatever they could to save money. Really in terms of abilities, there haven't been very many special effect abilities other than flying and telekinesis type stuff, right?
Yeah.
And
those have been pretty much wires off screen. You kind of see somebody's legs as they're coming in, then it cuts, and then it comes back to them landing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, or the, we're not seeing the fire and all those types of effects that like what we were seeing in the first half or earlier seasons. So I think they're trying to save money where they can, and part of that is get rid of actors. I mean, it's the same small group as it was from season 1, right? So it's the same group. They're not really bringing in new main characters,
right?
And maybe occasionally guest stars and stuff like that, but yeah. What's your take on Claire?
Half? What do you mean my take? She's still kind of just floundering about. They don't know what to do with her character is my take on Claire.
Yeah.
She's got a very unique and powerful ability that's very defensive, but she's I mean, you can't hurt her because she regenerates, but that's about the extent of what she can do.
Yeah, they haven't done anything to allow her to take self-defense classes or at least learn something.
Yeah.
I was a little excited at the beginning, when I find out, okay, she got her GED, so she's no longer a cheerleader. She's no longer a high schooler.
Yeah, thank God.
So, okay, great. So she's going to go out. She's going to not necessarily see the world, but she's going to get out on her own and, turn into potentially a badass or whatever, have a little bit more agency about her life. But Nope. She's back home.
Yep.
Yeah, with mom.
All right. So here's a question, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, or I know who I think it is. But who do you think Rebel is?
Not because I've seen the show or anything like that.
Who'd you think Rebel was before you saw an extra episode?
Oh man! Well, even before I saw the extra episode, I knew right away it's Micah.
Yeah, it's Micah.
It's Micah. I mean, he's the tech guy. He is the only dude that has those kind of abilities that we have ever seen.
Right.
And I couldn't see them bringing in another character of this magnitude for, with, a new character that we've got to learn.
Right.
Even though, come to find out, because I don't know how I found it, but I was digging around. So the female agent, that they
one watching Claire,
they spend a little too much time showing her face and everything.
Yeah.
Apparently she's a character in one of the mini-series webisode things that they were doing that year.
Oh,
and she crossed over, so that was why they showed her. So another one of those examples of you've got to consume it all, or you don't know,
right?
But in this particular case, it's kind of like, okay, well, she's an agent. But I thought it was really weird when we first met her. It lingered on her,
right?
She got the hero shot.
She got front and center a little too often to be just an ancillary character,
right? Instead of just being they've got a female Men in Black agent, because you don't see many of those. It's all faceless dude goons. So, but so that was, I was like, okay, whatever. But
all right, so question, Danko. What do you think Danko's problem is? Do you think he's a closet super, or do you think he was I don't
No,
know.
I don't-
Do you think a super touched him in a bad place, when he was a child? What's his motivation? Or do you think he's just, this one-dimensional plot device?
I think he's just a one-dimensional, pissed off, government lackey type of person.
I hope not, because, there's got to be some deeper motivation than just, I don't know. It just, he's too persistent. He's too...
They needed somebody to mess with Petrelli.
Sure, and I get that.
And that's what this guy is.
But give him a reason. Don't just make him a fucking dick to be a dick, or a psychopath to be a psychopath.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to ever get a reason other than what Angela basically hinted at with, losing his whole team or what have you.
And see, I think he was the cause of that somehow. I think.
Okay.
And it would be interesting to do that, to kind of turn the table. He was the cause of his team's death due to his power getting
but I don't
control.
I don't see him having a power, because he seems very anti-power, very very.
Or his team got wiped out by somebody with a power.
Or his team got wiped out by somebody with power. Okay, yeah, that sure. But he was super pissed when Petrelli floated.
Yeah.
Which, okay, frankly, I would just let myself fall and then just stop myself before I hit the ground.
And then what?
Well, he's going to go down there and he's going to look for you, but then you just walk off.
Well, I don't know that that's any better than floating right outside of the window.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know. Frankly, if you're gonna shit can somebody, if you're gonna can them, you walk them out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, hey, you're done and you're off the team. See yourself out.
Right.
No, it's, hey, you're off the team.
Security will escort you out. Yeah.
Security guard number 1, security guard number 2. I need you to take them out. And every senator has a Secret Service person,
right,
assigned to him. Where is his Secret Service?
Yeah, you never see them. He did mention it once or twice
as a convenient reason as to why he was there.
Right.
But still, or how he knew about things, how he was spying on people. But yeah, you never see him. He just wanders around on his own. Yeah, which is weird.
All right. Final thoughts?
Dang, are we already there?
Getting close.
We are getting close. Let's see. I had a couple things on here. A couple things that I thought was weird. We kind of talked about, wondering if Peter's ever going to get multiple powers back. It'd be nice to see him be more than a one and done. But a couple things that I thought was kind of funny, as in terrible funny. They mentioned that it was a bloodbath at the plane crash site.
Right.
There was like no blood.
Right.
And it was like 2 dudes that got killed.
Yeah. Well, until they dropped the bomb.
Well, drop the bomb. Yeah, but they dropped, still. And
okay, I've got some major issues with that whole airplane scene. First of all, when the cabin loses structural integrity like that, it doesn't cause this humongous vortex sucking effect like they showed out there.
Wait. Yeah, it does, because it was on the side of the plane. Now, if it was at the back of the plane where the back of the hatch opens up naturally, and then you're able to throw cargo out via a parachute, it's totally fine. But when you do it off of the side of an airplane, of a cargo container, yeah, nope, that's going to suck you out because the cabin's pressurized.
Well, yeah, but then the pressurization is almost instantly equalized, and there's no more. I mean, you'll have some buffeting effect from the the speed of the plane and the wind coming in, And second, how fucking shitty were those goddamn straps that he was holding on to that they busted? Or how heavy is fucking Peter? And how heavy was that motherfucker that just, I mean, his chair got ripped out of the plane.
Out. Yeah.
I mean, those are some shitty ass fucking bolts holding it to the fucking plane itself.
This is a fly-by-night government operation. They were cutting corners where they could.
Yeah, that whole scene was so fucking stupid. And, and why did they lose control of the plane like that? I don't think that you would lose.
It's not like an engine went out or anything.
Right. I don't think that that's going to throw the aerodynamics of the plane off that much that you're just going to crash.
Well, no, especially since that was what, a C-130 or something like that. So it's designed for parachute missions of cargo, people, personnel, all that kind of stuff. So it's designed to fly with the, granted it's the rear end. Well, no, I've seen
they come out the side
stuff
too.
Off the sides. Yeah. So it's not like, that
whole fucking scene was dumb.
It was. It was.
And it looked like they had like night vision on their windshield. I don't think that's a thing either.
I don't know. I've never flown a C-130, so I couldn't tell you. We don't know what the government has.
All right, what else?
So, kudos to Mama Bennett. She was a rebel in her day, but I am sorry to say that if she thought that ID was going to fake anybody, when she re-laminated it and left the edges.
I know. It looked like a Blockbuster card.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what it was. I was like, oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That is the worst.
In fact, they even showed a driver's license later on that looked, not laminated with plastic.
It was provided by Rebel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doyle had a fucking California driver's license that looked, very unlike the other driver's license that she made.
Yeah.
That was fucking funny.
Yeah. And then we got another Star Trek cameo.
We did?
We did. You'll figure it out later.
Wait, who was that?
Can't tell you. It ruins the whole haiku.
Okay. Trying to think.
Yeah. Oh, you'll figure it out once
So we've seen Nichelle Nichols. We've seen George Takei.
Yeah. We had another Star Trek character on. Yep.
Who was the other Star Trek character?
I don't know.
Okay.
You'll just have to wait and find out.
Well, you got a haiku for us this week? I'm sure you do because you just hinted to it.
I do. This one is titled Trekkie number 3. Worf is president. Siler has daddy issues. Fugitive Nathan.
That's right. I totally forgot.
Yeah, Michael Dorn.
Yeah, he's
like
the
as
president.
soon as I heard that, as soon as I
heard his voice,
like,
but that was
there's Worf.
That was so early in the first episode of this, this second part.
Yeah,
I totally forgot that he was in there, and they just basically showed the bottom half of his face. So
yep, Worf for president. Yeah, today is a good day to die. So,
all right, you got any awards?
I do. I've got 4 of them.
You do? All right. Well, who's got your first one? The Black Lung.
I'm giving it to Daddy Siler.
Yep, that's who's getting mine too. Yeah. That motherfucker is awfully brave.
Look,
carting around a goddamn oxygen tank and smoking at the same time.
Cancer's got nothing on him. He's going to continue to smoke while sucking down oxygen.
Yeah, and if, his oxygen tank blows up because he lights that shit on fire, he was going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Just helps move it along a little bit.
Yeah. All right, who's got your head lush?
I gave it to Noah Bennett for getting roofied.
Okay, well, I'm giving it to Noah Bennett for sucking down scotch at the hotel bar, but not for getting roofied. But yeah,
well, yeah, that goes implied, right? You can't roofie somebody unless you put it in their drink.
Yeah,
yeah.
How do you think they got that in his drink?
I don't know, because she seemed surprised.
Yeah, she did. It seemed like she didn't do it.
No, I don't know. Well, okay, wait. So the only thing I could think of is Parkman got into everybody's head and made them invisible.
Or Parkman just got into her head and told her to put it in there.
Told her to roofie, yeah. Or, yeah. But, I mean, because we've seen Parkman do that. We've seen him, I mean, we saw them when they were escaping. He basically made everybody think they were missing.
Right.
You know, they did the all clear thing. So, yeah.
All right, player.
You know, I'm going to have to give it to Alex. You know, he got to make out underwater.
Okay.
Had a little makeout session underwater.
He did.
It started to, you know, get her to breathe.
True.
But
I mean, not that he needed to. All he had to do was pull her out eventually, and she would have come back. But
I don't think he knew that.
Yeah, he knew. He knew that she healed at that point.
Right, but maybe he just knew that she healed from wounds, not necessarily, you know, hey, I can't ever die.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and wait, so
no, because he said
she doesn't feel pain, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that yet, because she seemed to feel pain whenever she cut her hand. She winced.
She said, "Ouch." Oh no, that was Siler that said, "Ouch."
But she winced whenever she cut her hand in the comic book shop to get him to come along.
Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, but if you go under the assumption that she doesn't feel pain, she still doesn't feel the pain. She shouldn't be able to feel drowning. I
don't know. I don't know how that mechanism works. I don't know if that's a pain center control or some other control in your parasympathetic nervous system.
Yeah. Well, do we need to try to drown you and see if you feel pain or if it feels like something else?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Next time.
Report next episode. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you. We're drowning you.
So you're going to come up here and drown me?
I mean, I can.
Okay.
I mean, are you all right with that?
We'll see you in a few days.
I mean, it'd keep you from having to finish watching this show. I can see how you're on board with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So mine's going to go to Claire for not only, you know, wooing Alex with her, you know, Barbie looks and everything, but, you know, getting the actual comic book job because of the marketing potential for all the nerds in the comic book shop.
She seemed very oblivious to it until that was pointed out to her.
Right. So yeah she's going to get mine.
Yeah. All right.
So your purple hippo.
Oh, it's Noah getting interrogated. I mean, we had an entire episode devoted to getting in his head.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Purple hippos. This one's difficult for me because
I mean, you could go with
I like
Siler and his daddy issues.
Yeah, but that's too kind of on the nose. I mean, we knew about Siler's daddy issues for a while. There's so many people in this show with mommy and daddy issues.
Well, that's the only way that you can be a hero is if you've got mommy daddy issues.
Right.
Yeah. You can't be a well-adjusted hero. You have to have some sort of psychosis.
I don't know who I'm going to give this one to. Nobody really had just a really weird revelatory moment. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I may have to just give this to default. We haven't defaulted on a fucking purple hippo in a while.
No, we haven't.
So yeah, I think I'm going to give this to River.
All right, give it to River. I mean, a lot of people are getting drugged up.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but I don't understand how that drug thing happens. Is it some sort of gas that knocks them out? Because they just stick it right in the surface of one of their nostrils.
Right, some sort of thing that keeps them just semi-conscious so they can still walk, but not enough to focus their powers.
Yeah.
I mean, I could understand it working on Matt because he kind of has to concentrate, and they've established that already with loud noises and crap like that kind of throws him off.
Right.
So not being clear-headed, I could understand that with him, even Hero, because we've seen him go on an opium bender and not be able to do anything. But some of them, it's kind of like, really? I guess just enough to keep you stupid and not caring.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. We'll never know.
All right. So next episode, we will be discussing season 3 episodes 20 through...
No, try again.
What?
Oh, no, it is 20, isn't it? 19. Oh, okay.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I was thinking we just did 18 because we missed an episode. I forgot we did through 19 this time because there were 7 last episode.
Yeah, you're an idiot. All right,
moving on.
So next episode, we're going to be discussing Heroes, season 3, episodes 20 through 24. Last 5 episodes of this series.
Is there 24 episodes?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. That's awesome.
Is it?
No, there's 25 episodes, dude.
Oh, is there 25?
Yeah, you better watch that last one. You're going to get so confused.
How the fuck did they make 25 of these goddamn things?
They just kept going.
God damn, there is 25. All right,
yeah,
so episodes...
There's 12. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was 12 this half.
All right, episodes 20 through 25. Fuck.
Yep. You're going to have to watch one more. You were all excited.
I was like, all right.
Now, I only have to watch 5 more because I've already watched one. So I'm ahead of the game.
I hate you so much.
Hey, at least we have a week to do it and not like 3 days.
That's true.
Like the last time we recorded. Oh, God.
Yeah, that was a lot of Heroes that I watched.
That was a lot of Heroes.
Day.
And you did it all in one day?
I did one episode, or was it 2 episodes? No, it was 1 episode one day and then 5 episodes the next. Yeah.
Wow. I got, mine was 3 days. I got 2, 3, and then 1. Yep. I finished 1 episode this morning because I'm hurting. My whole left side of my body hurts right now.
What'd you do?
But remember, I almost fell out of the
that's
tree.
right. You almost fell out of the tree because, safety harnesses are for wusses.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. All right, well, that's all we've got for this week. Our intro and outro music is Welcome Home by Cambo. Podcrawl music is Snack Mix by Machette. If you like the show, please rate and review us on iTunes. You can leave us feedback on our Discord channel at smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Discord, or you can email us at smokinganddrinkinginspace@outlook.com. If you'd like to throw a few nickels our way, you can become a Patreon supporter by going to smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Patreon. And make sure to visit Gonna Geek for more great shows at GonnaGeek.com. For this week, I'm Jason.
And why would you have a secret government building on the top floor of another building?
Why? Where else would you put it?
Well, you should be keeping your people in a basement somewhere.
We'll talk to you next episode.